Good morning, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Nasdaq futures are up. Pre-market 2.3%. S&P 500 up 2.5%. Dow Jones 2.7. Russell 2.4. Bitcoin is up 0.8% and Ethereum is up 1.2%. So let's see how things are going. You can see this is Nasdaq's chart. Yesterday or day before yesterday, we were in this buy green area, and then we had a nice pump. Actually, there was a news there was a fake news that um, the tariffs are getting postponed for like 30 days. And then look at this 10% pump. Can you believe this 10% pump on NASDAQ? Like in within a matter of maybe like 15 minutes. Unbelievable pump. You can see that. Like imagine the amount of market movement, the amount of capital, trillions of dollars. This is NASDAQ, entire US stock market. Trillions of dollars are moving. You can see this is S&P 500. Same story here. Look at this. Somebody released a news and S&P 500 up almost 9%. Let's see if something happened to Bitcoin here. The news came, Bitcoin moved up 7%. You can see. And then they said, okay, this was fake news. And it came back to neutral zone. And you can see this indicator worked at that time too, but it doesn't always work. But anyhow, most often than not, it does work. So anyhow, we are looking for some resistances here in 19,000. So first resistance is around 18,250, 18,700, and then the last one is 19,100. So that's where we are on Nasdaq. Russell 2000, same thing here. First resistance starts at S&P 500 5289, second one at 5400, third one at 5500. There's also a gap fill around 5566. So keep that in mind. This is Dow Jones. Again, above 39,500 resistance starts. And this is Russell above 1900 resistance starts. Okay, Bitcoin resistance starts above 81,000 and then it keeps increasing 82,000 and 83,600. So you can see every $1,000 there's some resistance there. So that's where we are. So let's take a look at our charts and see what we can do. This is the chart which very rare thing happen here. Usually I tell people to buy in the buy zone, which is in the green area. This is very rare. It only happened in the last bear market when it went below the green line here. You can see here, went below the green line here, okay? Went below and then bounced back. But these are the things which are like not predictable, not easily predictable. So you can see it went below, then went back to top green line. So there is another possibility that it could come back again below. So just keep that in mind, okay? Don't be so excited yet. So it could come back, touch this top green line, then it could come for another low before a massive rally starts. This is what happened in the last bear market. So have your options open, all right? So what I'm saying is we could get a rally up to this top green line, which is around 55.87. Okay, so this is already up, US 500 up 2% here. We could get another rally of about 7%, and then it could come back again to visit these lows. All right, so just keep that in mind. Have an open mind because a lot can change and things do change very, very quickly here. Okay, so you can see that's what I'm saying. We could go fill this gap around 55.66 on S&P 500. This is going to be perfectly in line, and then we could come back later. All right. Now, in terms of point of control today, let's go and see S&P 500 how it did yesterday. You can see here yesterday I was showing the point of control is here at the top 5400, and then yes, this is also building here at the bottom. So right now to the 49.41, so they came back, spent some good time here around 49.30, and now they're making another point of control here, so which is around 51.67. You can see futures are up this morning about 2.5%. So they could bring it down after market open to fill this gap, and then they could pump it higher later. There are other point of controls as well. They can inversely, they can still, if China says, okay, they are ready to negotiate, they can still keep pumping. First target is 5400, second target is around 55.43. And then if they reach there, they might gonna go and fill this 55.66 gap fill, okay? So keep that in mind. You can see there's very, very little volume here. So you can see they could try to pump there and then eventually go there. So this is what we're looking for in terms of point of control S&P 500. In terms of daily chart, SPX getting a 7 count SPY signal yesterday. All right, and MES, you got a 8 count SPY signal today. Okay, so again, like a set point of control, we could be looking to fill this gap around 55.66. So that's what we're looking for. And on SPX point of view, there are two gaps here. First gap around 53.87. Second gap around here, bigger gap around 56.52. So if they really want to pump, that's where 200 moving average are coming. They could really take it, they do a V-shaped recovery and then sit here in no time, okay? And then that's where the bulls and bear will fight, and then that's where we decide if we go reject again or we're gonna go have a straight V-shaped recovery, okay? So keep these yellow gaps in your chart, because we know, also keep in mind this top yellow chart, this is gonna be filled at some point. So it's always there. Weekly chart also getting a 8 counts by signal, came near 200 moving average. You can see every time SPX comes near 200 moving average, usually a very good buy. You can see here in 2022, you can see this was a flash crash, came below 200 moving average in 2020. This was here touching 200 in 2018, and this was here in 2016. You can see every time and time again. Here came back around in 2011. This was a massive crash in 2007. This is what I hope this is not the case. This is what I'm not hoping. But as long as we're above 200 moving average, it's good. But if we go below, then things really start, and that's where the panic can start. So I'm really hoping this is not the case. And this is what happened in 2001 as well. You can see below bounce and then a massive bear market. So we just gotta be careful. And this is what happened in 90s. You can see this is a 2018, sorry, 2087, 1987 came again, touched 200 moving average. So we come and touch 200. As long as we touch and we bounce, all is good. But if we go below, then we have to be very careful, guys. So right now we are above, touching and above, so it looks like it's all good. Okay. NDX, same thing, it counts by signal on daily chart. All these gaps are there to fill. Okay, so same thing, you can take a screenshot of all these gaps to fill. Triple Qs, so you can see these are the levels on triple Q. Dow Jones, you can see all these gaps, and then IWM also, you can take all the screenshots here. All right, in terms of Bitcoin, below 200 moving average, made a new low with divergence. What is divergence? The divergence is prices going lower, PPO and RSI going high. You can see divergence, so that's good. Price is going lower on higher momentum. So now it needs to go above multiple moving averages are here. 200 moving average, 50 moving average, really needs to break out of this downside move. So I think it's gonna do sooner than later. Ethereum, same thing here, new low, no divergence. There are divergence on PPO, not on RSI. So we'll see how it goes. Ethereum chart, you can see all these gaps to fill. Bitcoin, there's not a lot of gaps, couple of gaps above they can do and fill very fast. I'm going to skip tech stocks because all of them are in pretty much very good time to buy. You can just choose whatever you like. It's really good time to buy. Tesla is also up almost 4%. All these gaps are there, possibility to fill those at some point. US oil below this resistance now. Now it's not going to be easy, so it could back test and then fail again. Natural gas made a low yesterday, now going for higher. Gold also made a low. Again, I'm looking for this gap to fill around 2700, so looking for more downside, to be honest. Silver also doing a dead cat bounce, came to this buy area and then bouncing from here. Copper is also trying to bounce. Sugar is also in the buy area. Wheat is bouncing from the this trend line area. Corn is also trying to go higher. Dollar index going towards resistance. We'll see how things shape up. AMD also new low, 7 counts buy signal. All these tech stocks are giving a buy signal, so you feel free to buy whatever you like. Alibaba massive downward move after messing with China. MicroStrategy near 200 moving average found support, now trying to bounce to fill some of these yellow gaps as well. And lastly, VIX. VIX finally down a little bit, 13.99%, 8 count sell signal, 7 counts yesterday, 8 counts today. Let's see if it keeps dropping and then start filling some of these other gaps in green lines. We'll wait and watch. Okay, guys, that's it for today. Please hit the like button on your way out, and I will talk to you later. Bye.